Keep going around that deck. How's everybody? Welcome everybody from YouTube and of course Facebook. Brendan and Declan here with some new music, some old music, and some good company. This song is in the running for the next album. It's called It's Our Night. Second hand, and on a bed's my favorite band. A chunk of jelly in my head to keep us standing up high. It's Thursday night, we're running late. I'm here waiting at the gate. At least I'll get a window seat, not in the middle. 5 of us piled in a Citroen Jeep, 18 years old and identically dressed. First taste of freedom, cruising around, bracing ourselves for a night out of town. It's all night, ooh, ooh. It's all night, twice round this. Tried on the old man's aftershave. Now I'm regretting my mistake. The scent is hitting us in waves, and there is nowhere to hide. The man at the wheel knows he's running the show. Over the border, that's where we'll all go. One step to make money change for a pound, bracing ourselves for a night out of town. It's all night, ooh, ooh. It's all night, ooh, ooh. I want her attention, but what do I do? Keep my eyes down and just stare at my shoes. She tips my glass, it overflows. She's casually stepping on my toes. Is that a come on? Hard to know. I'm not complaining. Music is pumping, we're glued to the spot. We'll take off our jackets no matter how hard. Having a blast while we're wearing a frown. Brace yourselves, girls, it's our night out uptown. It's all night. Ooh, ooh. It's all night. Ooh, ooh. It's all night. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, it's all night. Ooh, ooh. Picture sound is good, picture's a bit blurry. Oh well. You can't have it all. You can't have it all. Ooh. There's a lack. What is that? There's a. Oh, loves it, loves it. Yeah. So that was. I mean, we basically we played this song. Hang on, we've got. What are we going to drop the lyrics or what? When are we going to drop the lyrics and chords to the new tunes? That's from Colette. When are we going to drop the lyrics? Okay, well, Colette, here's the lyrics. I haven't even learned them yet. For this one, it's our night. So I'll give you a quick thing. So this, well, basically this song, we did it last week, but we've worked on it. We think we've improved it. Really like that, lads. Catchy. So that is called "It's Our Night," and it's about the song is about crossing the border. It's about going to you know, because when we would head off to Dundalk usually, and I suppose it was just the fact that, you know, it was, you know, the border, it was a different country changing. You had to change from you'd go to the money change in Jonesborough, and of course you didn't have any of none of the army presence or any of that sort of crack going on over there. So really did feel like the Free State, literally, because everything seemed a bit freer. Yeah, I'm trying to think where we went to now. We went to the Ballyed, we went to the Ashley Arms, I went to the Fairways once, went to the Imperial Club M. Where did you go anywhere?
No, I was born in Panama.
You stayed north?
I did. So we reversed the riff, Sunshine, your riff now.
Is what?
Last week you were doing this riff.
Yeah. So what's changed? What have we changed
So
for
I
this
was
track? Yeah. Okay. You were playing that.
And now I'm doing, sort of incorporated the two riffs. You were doing.
Yeah, I was doing. Yeah. And now you're doing that.
And gone.
And I'm now doing this with it. Which is actually the record, actually. The intro. And then made up a new part this week. This wasn't in the song. So this will probably make the record. And the verse is, I wear my jacket. Oh yeah, so it's, I wear my jacket second hand, pinned on a bed, my favorite band. A chunk of jelly in my head to keep it standing up high. It's Friday night, they're running late. I'm standing waiting at the gate. At least I'll get a window seat, not in the middle. Let me explain that. So basically what that verse is about is, and that is, this is my story, which was that I couldn't drive. So, but we had a good friend, there was a group of about 4 of us.
You thought I'm a junior? See the driver?
No, Petey was the driver.
Petey, yeah.
Yeah, Petey was the driver. And he had a car long before any of the rest of us. And so he would pick us all up. And by the time he got round to me, I always seemed to be the last one. So I was waiting patiently I'd literally wait outside during the summer months at the gate until he landed in. But I mean, literally there was 3 of the guys, we were big lads, like stuck in the back seat, and then I'd be coming in, which was 4. And really it was just about that. It's about hanging about, and that's why the bridge goes into bridge there. We'll try. Okay. 5 of us piled in a Citroen GS, 18 years old and identically dressed. First taste of freedom, cruising around, bracing ourselves for a night out of town. That's our night. We're so happy about it that we go. Ooh, ooh. Yes, can't believe it. That's our night. Next verse is about a mistake I made, a fatal mistake that it took a long time to live down with the lads, because we were all single at the time. I thought I would improve my chances if I maybe wore a bit of Daddy's Old Spice. Daddy had the Old Spice up in the bathroom cabinet. I thought, let that have a wee bit behind the ears, but of course I'd never used aftershave before, so when I got into the car, I stank the car out. And the guys never let me live it down, which is why the next verse is going. We're going next verse. So it goes into this verse. This verse here. Tried the old man's aftershave. Now I'm regretting my mistake. The scent is hitting us in waves, and there is nowhere to hide. And then it goes another bridge, which is all about the fact that the person that was really controlling the whole thing was the guy whose car it was. So Petey controlled the music, which was like, it was a tape deck, and basically whatever Petey wanted to put on, right, and it was right. I mean, it was his car. So
he had a very annoying habit, didn't he?
Petey
playing that music.
I think he would think that I had a very annoying habit. What was his? What was his
time I was in the car with him, he would play some music that you could just about hear it.
He wouldn't play it loud enough.
No.
Yeah, well, there was worse in the car because there was a couple of people that liked music that I didn't like. Like, everybody loved Patti Smith. I don't really like Patti Smith. So like, I remember it was either Easter or horses, and I think it was Marty, another friend, was always in the front, or Junior maybe, and they were always putting on Patti Smith. God, it was hard to listen to for me, yeah. So that's about. So then it basically goes, then that's about, this next bit's about him. It's about the man at the wheel knows he's running the show. Over the border, that's where we're all going. Won't stop to make money. Won't stop to change money. Pumped for a pound. Bracing ourselves for a night out of town. We're so happy about getting out there. We're going. It's all night. Oh, listen here. Colette had a bad habit. She always wanted to play the four of us. Did you get into trouble for that? Sorry to hear that, Colette. Sorry to hear that.
So did you ever get lucky and done that?
Well, that's what the next verse is about. So we move straight on, and then it's the bridge. So at that point, we're in the disco, and the answer to that question was not really, because my technique because I saw so many guys that were going up, asking girls for a dance, and 99.9% of the time they're getting shot down. So I thought the best way to win in a scenario like this is just not to compete. So I stood like a wallflower for the whole, trying to look like I didn't want anybody to dance. I didn't want to dance. I actually didn't really want to dance, but I did want a girlfriend. It was just like, well, how do you think it's going to happen if you don't go over and talk to people? So a mixture of shyness masquerading as indifference, which is why in the break I'm singing, I want her attention, but what do I do? Keep my eyes down and just stare at my shoes, which is what I did. But sometimes I sort of half get lucky, because there were girls that were sort of half interested, were sort of thinking, well, who's this guy think he is? But he's not even asking anybody to dance. So, and I wasn't drinking, which probably also gave me an advantage. Whereas a lot of the people, the guys there, were drinking and were messy with it. So I was sober as a judge. But that's the next verse. Where like if a girl, so it's like you're trying to figure out the signals when you're not dancing. So it's like in this verse it's, she tests my glass, it overflows. I'll try that again. She tests my glass, it overflows. She's casually stepping on my toes. Is that a come on? Hard to know. I'm not complaining. And there we go. Again, my complete lack of experience meant that I couldn't read the signals even when they were. Why were you not drinking? I didn't like the taste of drink until and actually that's not the only reason. The other reason was that I didn't like the idea that you'd lose control, because I was seeing these guys that if they were sober they would not have because they were looking for Dutch courage, but then they got a bit too much courage and they were just all over the place, and I thought best way to and actually none of the guys drank, so it was great. I mean, it was very weird, but it was great. We were all driving around, all driving the disco, sober as the judge, which and this last bridge sums up what our bunch were like. There's a lot to be said for having a man who doesn't drink. And Frida, you would know, you always get a ride home with Jason. Oh, sorry, I mean a lift home with Jason. So here, this next verse really sums up how we behaved. Actually, it's a bridge, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. So it's... Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah, sorry there. The music is pumping, we're glued to the spot. Won't take off our jackets no matter how hot. Having a blast while we're wearing a frown. Brace yourselves, girls, it's our night out of town. It's our night. It's our night. It's our night. It's our night. But Colette, you did ask the meaning behind that song. Well, that's it. That is literally it in verse and choruses. Are we going again?
No. I just want to say if we had kept this to the tempo.
So, yeah, so there you go. That's one down, one song.
Speaking of drinking,
What are we drinking? We're both drinking from the same bottle tonight. Because I forgot my wine.
mine's watering.
Dark red called Diablo from Central Chile, which has notes of mocha and vanilla, and don't forget farmyard, the woodland fruit. Is it got the woodland fruit and touch
No
of
farmyard in
is
it.
it? Please do a director's cut for Everflow. That might be so easy. Somebody said you need a cutaway, and I actually do that. I mean, for this one, I've got this is a relatively new guitar, Furch, and it's small, but the problem is that I can't play this when I'm doing that. So I've got another Loudon which is getting fixed at the minute. So I'm gonna go back to the Loudon, but this is a Furch, and I actually love it because I find with the bigger guitars, it's like, you know, if you're going to, you're more likely to pick this up the same way you would just pick up a pen. It's a wee bit bigger, obviously. But Susan thinks it's a nice bottle.
Gorgeous.
Oh, hang on, we've got Freda. Is Leaning for a Kiss still in the running at all? Well, funny you mentioned it, Freda, because I think you, and maybe it was Deirdre, was talking about that song, so we thought, okay, when we went into the studio this Sunday, we said, look, Freda and Deirdre want us to really sort out Leaning for a Kiss, so can we spend a couple of days working on it, see if we can get it a bit closer to the finish line. So we're going to play you where we are with it. This is the record, and I am going to manfully sing along. Hopefully I can remember where I come in or whatever. So you're basically going to get, now the speakers aren't the best, so but yeah, we're going to give you a run through of sort of where we're at with it.
Yeah, we were up on the end this last week actually,
Yeah.
working on this.
Oh, it got a fair. What we say is we give it a good kicking, and it got a damn good kicking. Enda was kicking it, and then we'd kick it, and then Enda would give it another kicking, and I tell you, it was bruised and battered by the time. Yeah, well, you know, Colette's saying it's teen disco, and that actually is very. Both these songs are teen disco. They are exactly that. So this song actually probably should come on after It's Our Night on the record. Because it's from exactly the same area, except this is the point where I've actually managed to get dancing, and then of course still don't know what to do, and that's what the song's about not knowing what to do when you actually do manage to get lucky. Okay. Yeah.
Okay then.
Here it goes. Tonight's been your lucky night. You danced and she held you tight, and it looks like she finds you amusing. Don't mess this up. I told myself so many times, don't lose your nerve, just read the signs. Don't leave this girl in a state of confusion. Leaning for a kiss before it's too late. Her friends will soon be over, don't hesitate. Leaning for a kiss. Do it, do it. Once the music stops, she'll be on her way. Now she's looking at you as if to say, do it, do it. The slow set's about to end. What now? Well, that all depends. Will your head or your heart do the thinking? Your time is up. It seems like there's no one else. You've got her all to yourself. Let the boys at the bar do the drinking. Leaning for a kiss before it's too late. Her friends will soon be over, don't hesitate. Leaning for a kiss. Do it, do it. Once the music stops, she'll be on her way. Now she's looking at you as if to say, leaning for a kiss. Do it, the door swing open and you left just hope that she knows how you feel and that you're the real deal. Mr. Nosebear's still waiting for a kiss. It's coming. It's coming. Oh yeah, look, Colette's leaning for a kiss consisted of the countdown 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, I mean, are you saying that basically you just, were you counting him in or were you counting yourself in? That's the question. That is the question. Martina McClory, this is definitely a favourite so far. Wow. So yeah, so I mean, teen disco as Colette. There's the two teen disco songs right there. Yeah, I think still needs something, doesn't it? It's still a wee bit polite something or something. Yeah. I think it needs to be a bit more heaven and earthy, a bit more ethereal. Yeah, doesn't it? Needs a wee bit of magic on the strings or something. It's getting out.
Yeah. I always thought it was those strings.
What's it? Dermot says, thank you. He thinks you should show an a cappella chorus in the middle of that, guys, with Declan harmony, of course. Leaning for a kiss. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah? Well, what is the harmony? You know the harmony? Needs the marigolds, yeah. Morris needs the marigolds. Cuban. Leaning for a kiss before it's too late. A friend will soon be over, don't hesitate. Leaning for a kiss. It's not a bad idea. Do it. Want some music, stop, she'd be on her way. Now she's looking at you as if to say, leaning for a kiss. Leaning. That's quite nice. What about that idea?
Yeah.
Breaking it down.
I think somebody suggested that before.
Yes, I think it did. Adrian, you should definitely put it on the record. Do it. You should definitely put it on the long play. Put it on the list. Do it. Well, speaking of Adrian, I think it's only fair then.
Adrian of the Tafts.
It's Adrian of the Tafts who has actually contributed to this record in a profound way, maybe. Well, certainly has, in that, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back we actually asked for title suggestions. That's when we were really trying to figure out where we were going to go, and we got lots of people replying, but we basically picked a title and we said, I said I'm going to write it in, and actually I was being separated from Declan at the time. It was in the middle of lockdown, so it ended up that I had to write the bloody thing on my own. So the title Adrian came up with was Vermillion. So I put a bit of tune in here because Adrian doesn't make it easy for you. So this is also in the running for the album. We're doing this for Morris. We know Morris likes a bit of chin, so
Let's do the level like that.
this is Adrian's song. Adrian's title. Let me see if I can get the words for this one. Okay, there's another one. Now, where is it? I'm gonna need it. Yes. Okay, 2. Here we go. The glow of the morning sky matches my burning bloodshot eyes. The shade on her lips, someone who I never should have kissed. A neon hotel sign, Vermillion on my colorful lies. Vermillion, a crimson box and bow, found in the pocket of my overcoat. A woman betrayed, go to hell, the last thing that she said. I drowned my sorrows in red wine. Vermillion, never heeded that stop sign. Vermillion, the color runs and runs. It runs and runs. The color runs and runs. The gates of Hades to my base desires, coming at me like a forest fire. The scarlet warning, I can testify. The devil wants his stain on you and I. The color runs and runs. It runs and runs. The color runs and runs. Vermillion, Vermillion, Vermillion. Vermillion, we thank you, Adrian. Now we just need St. Gabriel's Drive. Deirdre O'Mahony says, St. Gabriel's Drive, you want St. Gabriel's Drive? Deirdre, you've got St. Gabriel's Drive. How do you know when to stop tinkering with a song and that it's album ready? And the answer, as if I think you already know, Anne-Marie, is we don't know when to stop. We don't know when to stop. We take too long sometimes, but having worked in New during those early 70s, I play up and down the border on my hospital radio show. Good man, Sean Cunningham, having worked in New during those early 70s, yeah. Thanks a million. Thanks a million. Hopefully we'll have a couple of new ones for you to play in the coming months, because while we do tinker and filter about, we're on the home run now. We're playing these songs, they're nearly there. So, particularly once in Gabriel's Drive. So, as you can hear now there, so far we're on our fourth potential song this week for the album, and we're going to go through all the short list. We've got more than we need, and when we finish, we're gonna get you involved. Vote what goes on the album, what stays off it. But not next week or the week next, because I am, well, I'll tell you after this next song. St. Gabriel's Drive. Okay. More tuning, of course. We're gonna need more guitars on the stage. That's the only thing. I've become a slightly better guitar player than I was. Wouldn't have been hard. So now Declan's not the only one that's doing the tuning. B.
Yeah. Not that one. The second thinnest is B.
And the second thickest is what, A?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can find this baby. St. Gabriel's Drive, St. Gabriel's Drive. Where is it? Let's concert 3. Okay, have you got the
Hi.
Is that tuning?
Tuning.
You want to do the loop or not?
Want to hear that?
Yeah, maybe hear a bit of the loop, yeah. Hi.
What's not?
Somebody dropped something.
Hi.
Hearts are beating fast, time is creeping. A necklace of nails stretching 20 foot wide hangs around the neck of St. Gabriel's Drive. Behind the houses stuck like boxes, dug out in the fields with the hares and foxes, lying and waiting for some kind of sign. Just another night on St. Gabriel's Drive. one's sleeping, hearts are beating fast, time is creeping, brothers plot as a mother cries, just another night in some Gabriel's drive. St. Gabriel's Drive, that is, there we are. We've got through. Sorry about the solo, by the way. It'll be better. Just get the hang of it. That's it.
At least it wasn't a slide solo.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. The slide last week was
Paul got in touch to say that
what?
it was a Les Dawson moment.
Yeah, Paul said that last week's was because that was, you know, I bring my brother-in-law Kieran Donnelly.
Yeah.
Because he got on and said, oh, that song needs slide, and I also blame you because you can play a slide, but you said, I said, have you got a slide? And then, but I meant for you to play, and you said, yeah, and then you said, do you want to play? And I said, well, all right then, and then we lost about 20 minutes. I thought Colette was going to cut the whole show short. So I could see there was nothing coming from her end at all, nothing.
Time out. That's all we got from Colette.
The time out, that's what we got after about 15 minutes. Yeah.
And you're hurting my ears.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're hurting my ears, and time out. That's when you know that just maybe you've overstepped the mark.
Here's a question from Vermillion.
Yeah.
Do you run your songs by your musical friends for feedback?
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
You are our musical friends.
Indeed.
So absolutely. Why do you think we're doing this? I mean, you know, as I said, like this record is going to be more of a collaborative. Instead of the four of us, it's going to be the 400 of us. So we're all going to. We're basically, when you put in the comments and you say that song we don't like, if we get enough of those, we'll just go, you know what, it's not working. There's no point in putting out a record that people don't hear. Declan just stoking up the fire there. Casey Jones. So I should just I should point out something. I haven't even mentioned this to Colette. I haven't even told this to Colette. She may be aware, but I'm not sure. But I don't know if last year, if you may have been aware that I went on a ski holiday and broke my leg on the ski holiday.
But not on the slopes.
No, but it happened on the ski holiday. I broke my leg, and a week later, my family, when I was literally still in hospital getting checked up, my wonderful family booked another ski holiday for this time this year. Right? Yeah, just like, I mean, there's no idea whether I was going to be limping, walking in a wheelchair forever. They booked another ski holiday for this time this year. So, as a result, next 2 weeks, I'm not about.
This time.
Colette broke
We're going down the steps with the skis on.
No, did you hear Colette's classic comment? Broke the leg on the runs. Very good. Very good. So there's
don't
no.
put the skis on when you're walking down
Don't
the
put
steps.
the skis on. Yeah, okay.
After the steps.
After the steps, yeah. So I'm heading off. So we've got a 2 week mind the gap, but we'll be back then. Straight after that for the next Thursday will be. Well, yeah, that'll be actually after our Derry show. Yeah, because I'm back, and then we've got the Derry show straight after. And just so you know, yeah. So I think
Get back Friday the.
I forget when it is, but yeah, it's over a week though. But yeah, so no Facebook lives next week or the following week. But that's the only holiday I'll be taking for quite a while, unless Declan plans to head off to see Colette in Mauritius.
Is that booked for Christmas?
What?
Next Christmas in Mauritius.
Oh yeah, that's right. We've booked Christmas in Mauritius, and we have the Christmas in Mauritius album coming out as well, which is sunny Christmas songs.
Oh, I like it.
Do you like it? You need to go for a new angle.
Yeah.
So it's basically, you know, like under the palm trees, basically under the palm trees, putting the tinsel on the palm trees.
Tinsel on the palm trees.
Yeah, because you know.
Never been done before.
Exactly. The whole thing is, if you're going to do a Christmas album, you got to go somewhere that hasn't been gone before.
Yeah.
So Christmas in Mauritius.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a Jimmy Buffett album right there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm down in Key West, well, I mean Mauritius actually, but you know, and we've also got the song, and we have to dig that song up. again. Do you remember
Yeah.
Chris Mauritius? Well, I like the sound of it. Sorry,
The few rhyming words.
Gary Clark straight in there with superstitious and Mauritius.
Well, that's gonna make the cut.
That's going to make the cut. So, yeah, but not for 2 weeks. So, so the next time I'll be seeing some of you guys will be maybe even at the concert in Derry. Just so that you know, where that concert now, I think they've sold out downstairs, or if they haven't, they've practically sold out. So, if you want to go to that gig, that's with a band. That's the only gig we've booked so far with John and Peter this year. So. But we can't wait. The Guildhall. Has anybody seen any of the social media stuff we've put up? Because we've put up stuff of us. We couldn't believe it. It was actually Declan and Paul that came up with the idea of digitising, and actually Colette. Now that I think about it, hey, Colette's going to go to Derry.
No way.
Apparently. How do you get from Mauritius to Derry? Are you joking? I can't tell if she's joking or not. If you're going, we need to know Colette. But it was, I think Declan and Colette came up with it. Were you talking to Colette about digitising she was always banging on about the fact that, you know, that we had that footage and we needed to.
Yeah.
Because Declan had it in the attic with all the other stuff that he's got in the attic, all the
Well,
bodies.
it was a perfect storm because Paul was talking to some guy that was digitising stuff for a very reasonable rate.
Okay.
And he was very pernickety in a good way. Because I've done some stuff for Paul.
Okay.
And then Colette came in and went, we need to digitise. So we were all digitised.
Yeah, we digitised, but that meant that basically we have these footage that we haven't seen in like over 30 years, including footage of us at the Guildhall in Derry playing that show. So we've started cutting that stuff up and putting wee bits of us on like Facebook, TikTok. Oh, and we're on TikTok. Yeah, we've only got 50 people or 60 people. We finally got on the TikTok. But so if anybody's TikToking, be sure the 4 of us _music. Join us and take the bad look off our followers. Right, competition time. Okay, so the competition was in relation to because I put up one of the footage pieces that we had was actually us at Féile, the Féile in 1990, and I couldn't believe it because it was standing in front of like 40,000 people, and it was the first time we'd been in a really big gig, and I remember announcing the song Washington Down, saying this was a new song off our new album Washington Down, and the response back really floored me because it's like a little small acoustic song, and we know now that basically the song is a bigger song than we thought it was, but the place just erupted, and so much so that I let a curse word out of me. So I basically went F Declan, not as in like, but F Declan, did you hear that response or something like that? And then I went to put it up on social media because I had that clip of introducing the song Washington Down, and then that clip, and I thought, I better check the curse word policy on social media, and then found out no can't do the social media curse word. I was thinking, what about all those rappers that are basically effing and blanking all the way through songs and talking about things? I mean, they must be doing it so much that basically they can't make out what it is. But mine was a really obvious F-bomb. So, if you wanna see, if you've seen it, it's on Instagram, it's on every platform, but our editing team edited out the F-bomb, apart from YouTube, which Declan uploaded with the F-bomb in it. So on YouTube Shorts, if you go into, I think if you check our emails, and if you're not on our newsletter, subscribe to the 4ofus.com, go to the 4ofus.com, subscribe, or maybe Colette will put up a link, and then you can enter this competition, and you also see that thing. But YouTube, the 4 of us, Murphy Music, Shorts, there's me saying the F-bomb. But anyway, put that clip up, and the question I asked was, what county did Féile take place in? Those early Féiles, Féile 90, 91, 92, 93. The answer, of course, was County Tipperary. And I've got the winner here. Loads of people got it right. The person who got this right is Jessica Lested Adder. Jessica, I'm pronouncing that really. Jessica Listader, and she is in Stockholm in Sweden. So Jessica, you are winging its way to you. To Scandinavia will be, we'll have to put it under the armed guard. Yeah, you got it. We know this stuff is fresh because it says 2023 on it. You've also got, you know, still early enough for the calendar to not worth having. But we have a special bonus prize, and that is because it was all things Washington Down, Songs for the Tempted, Fela, and the newsletter. We thought, well, Declan went to the attic and got an original, and I do mean original. This hasn't been out of the plastic since 1989. Songs for the Tempted, 4 of us t-shirt with all the guys' signature on it. We've got John, Peter, myself, Declan, Paul, everybody's on it. So this is on its way to you, and actually, just so you know, we're actually getting a load of these made up. So if you, these will be for sale at the shows, including Derry, in only a couple of weeks. Will we go out on that one?
Yeah.
Right, let me find it. So well done, Jessica. Stockholm. Declan wants to give us our night another bang, which means a slight bit of tuning. I'm gonna miss you for 2 weeks. Pray for me, please, that I don't break the other leg. I am a wee bit trepidatious about the whole trip, to be honest with you. But there is always the après-ski, so I might start the après-ski before the après, if you know what I mean. Declan wants to practice this one again.
Sure do.
Yeah. Right, remember it's the okay. No, it's our night.
That's it too fast.
Second hand, penned in a badge, my favorite band, a chunk of jelly in my hair to keep it standing on high. It's Friday night, they're running late, I'm standing waiting at the gate. At least I get a window seat, not in the middle. 5 of us piled in a Citroen GS, 18 years old and identically dressed. First taste of freedom, cruising around, bracing ourselves for a night out of town. It's all night, ooh, ooh. It's all night, ooh. Tried on the old man's aftershave, now I'm regretting my mistake. The scent is hitting us in waves, and there is nowhere to hide. The man at the wheel knows he's running the show. Over the border, that's where we're going. Won't stop to change money pump for a pound, bracing ourselves for a night out of town. my glass it overflows. She's casually stepping on my toes. Is that a common pardon? No, I'm not complaining. The music is pumping, we're glued to the spot. We'll take off our jackets, no matter how hot. Having a blast while we're wearing a frown. Brace yourselves, girls, it's our night out of town. It's our night. It's our night. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. See you in a couple of weeks. It's our night. From Colette, Declan, myself. Thanks for keeping us company this Thursday. It's our night. See you very soon.